Day 2, welcome as I document my whole journey through my alignment program, which is a 45-day self-led practice for returning to yourself on a daily basis, every day. So today's day 2. To give a little background, if you're new here or have no idea what the alignment program is, also you can go to my website. It's listed in the box below, description box, that's the word, the description box to find out about it and get yourself on the wait list, because I will probably be opening up spaces for it after I complete this round. So yeah, it is a 45-day self-led practice, and you get to experience yourself through the 4 aspects of the human experience. And that is the mind, the body, the heart, and the spirit. I have a guidebook and everything that helps clarify that a little bit more. I paint the picture of what that is. But yeah, today is day 2. So thanks for coming along so far. And if you choose to continuing following the journey. But day 2 is here. I have completed the body pillar already. I've also completed the mind pillar and the spirit pillar. So the body pillar, I worked out. It's exactly what it sounds like, moving your body, setting some intention and time for your body. So I worked out this morning already. I actually planned my day ahead of time because I wanted to get more things done before my work day here at the studio versus yesterday. I got everything done at the end of the day. Excuse me, confirmation burp. But yeah, I wanted to get things done, most of the things done before coming to the studio today. I kind of wanted to see what my energy was going to be like having everything done beforehand, which actually felt pretty good. Because yeah, that meant I had to wake up a little earlier. That meant I got up around 5:30. Got a workout in, that was great. And then right after, I cooled down, but afterwards is when I went into the mind practice. I actually went into an EFT tapping, which I did yesterday too. I'm gonna see how long I want to do just the EFT tapping. But EFT tapping, if you didn't know about it, it's a somatic type of therapy. Super, super, super great for reprogramming the subconscious mind, which is something that is big for me. I mean, I do practice hypnotherapy, so it's kind of a big deal to me, period. My little obsession, but also just kind of in this season of my life. I've spent the last maybe year and a half on shifting identities. And I think this is I've been seeing this in other places too, on the interwebs, that it seems like it's a collective theme that people have been shifting identities and now embodying who they are now and who they want to be going forward. And so that's what I did. I did some EFT tapping this morning. I think I'm going to read too, because I still want to work on the book that I mentioned in day 1, Many Lives, Many Masters. I found out the author's name is Brian Weiss. I couldn't remember at the time of recording yesterday's video. And so yeah, Brian Weiss is the name of the author. So I'm probably going to read a little bit more of that too. I'll probably read a chapter today. And then the spirit pillar, yes. So I'm also a Reiki practitioner, master. And so I did self-Reiki for me earlier today. I actually did that here at the studio before seeing my first client. So that actually was really helpful. I don't do it always, and it's kind of nice to have this framework right now so that I can return to it, because let's face it, it's really easy to just be like, no, I'll do it later. And the excuses and the stories that we give ourselves. And then another day comes and I didn't, do it. So I love having a practice like this that I get it. You don't have to be doing it all the time, every day for the rest of your life. But when you do return to a framework that's similar to this, whatever, it doesn't have to be the program that I've created, but I'm a little biased about how I feel about this program, but to have just something to return to. I do believe we need some sense of structure. It doesn't have to be rigid, but we do need some sense of structure. Anyway, I felt really clear, really rooted, really grounded, like at the start of my day today. And I feel like that energy is carrying out to the rest of my day. So that's been really great. Tonight I'll get back home and I'll do the heart pillar then. So that's the update on that. And I just wanted to share some words on the mind pillar. And I think as these these episodes or whatever we want to call it, updates, documentation comes along, that I'll give more context to the different pillars and however this is all going to flow. Like I said in yesterday's video, I'm just going to let this show up and be messy. And this is my practice in breaking my own patterns and stories, right? So anyway, the mind pillar, that is an important aspect of the human experience. I mean, how often do you hear people or experience yourself like how you're so in your mind, these stories are ruminating, and we're jumping to all of these assumptions and conclusions, and it's just nonstop thinking, right? I feel like I hear it all the time. So the mind is actually one thing, and I believe that we've been made to believe that the mind is actually not that powerful, and that like it's kind of a nuisance, really. But I believe that the mind is actually more powerful than we're being led on to think, because so much can change when you change how your mind perceives your experiences. So it's pretty cool, because I believe that the mind shapes the stories that we live by. And if you're wondering why I'm looking to the side, I have notes, because like I said yesterday, I get nervous and excited sometimes and I forget some of the things. So I just didn't want to forget. So the mind like shapes the stories that we live by, and then it kind of runs how we operate and we function in the world. And it likes to make like meaning of the experiences that you have, and then it makes decisions. You're guided on decisions based off of the meanings that your mind has made from these experiences. And I also believe that the mind is the bridge to your body, it's the bridge to your emotions, and it's the bridge to your deeper knowing. The mind is also a pattern keeper. It's going to notice the patterns in your life, and it likes those patterns, and it's going to keep you in those patterns. So doing a practice like this, or just having a sense of awareness of what your mind is doing, is already beginning to change the patterns and the cycles. And then when you have a practice like this, where we actually focus attention and time on the mind to nourish it and to choose to shape it, so now that you can create new meanings to different experiences and have different patterns now that can show up in your life, I feel like it's so freaking powerful. So this is why, like, the mind pillar, I wanted to talk about it today, because typically from what I've seen in this first like week or couple weeks of doing a program like the alignment that I have, the mind is what comes up first. It's thinking, how am I going to do this? When can I fit it in? Oh my gosh, there's so much to do. It's thinking all of these things, and it's either thinking all of these things to help you complete it, or it's thinking all of these things to help you not complete it based off of what you think you are capable of. And so the mind is the hardest one, I think, that we experience off the bat, because guess what you're doing right now? You are reprogramming your story. You are choosing to change the story. The moment you said yes to doing something like this, you are choosing to change the story. You're choosing to change what the mind is trying to tell you to do. So I think that's what I want to leave it at, the mind pillar. And if you're more curious down the road or whatnot, like continuing following along, like, share, subscribe, or whatever, how that works that people do on here. There's also a wait list for when I open the alignment program again. So that's on my website. Find that in the description box. And I think that's going to be it for today. So Thanks for being here. Have a wonderful day. Toodles.